Now, how I'm relating this knowledge of the type, that is like water pipes, water flow, everything, how I'm relating as a data engineer is, so if you talk about the government, how they make water is available for use, they've built dams, they've built wells, they've built all these lakes, everything. So we are going to do the same thing, but the name that we are going to give is data infrastructure. Water flows to your house through pipe on time. It's because of pipes. But what we are going to do is data pipelines. The highlighted one is your roles and responsibilities. Now, if I'm talking about technical words, okay. Now, water purification, right? For example, we have a lot of seawater. It's very salt, right? And your rivers also will be like not that clean. We are using for your daily purpose, right? Some of the factories go and dump the water in your lakes, rivers. So how do we clean? We have a purification system, right? That is exactly we are going to do now. Data cleaning and transformation. And they're going to store it in some tanks, the clean data. Maybe you're also going to do it as data storage. And you'll have to establish some connection, right? So that is where you will have to also establish some connections with a different system, data integration. Water meter, how much of water you have used, what you get it. Is there anyone in this class who don't pay water bill? Is there anyone in this class from any city, any state, any country you are, you don't pay water bill?
I do, Santosh.
The answer is yes. Everyone pays water bill, right? And how much you pay? I may be paying different amount. You may be paying different amount. I pay 500. You pay 300. It all depends on usage. It all depends on usage. How much I use, that much I'll have to pay. So everyone will have a water meter to figure out how much you're using, right? So similarly, it has some control, access control. Every house is linked with a water meter. Every house is linked with the price, right? So for that, you're also, we need to have a proper security. I cannot go and see what is the bill that is generated in your house. I cannot do that, right? I can see only my data. So that is where your data governance, data security comes into picture, and backups. In case if they're doing some work in the background, the pipe replacement. So what they'll do, they'll immediately not cut the water, right? They'll make some arrangements. They'll put it in a newspaper saying that for the next 2 days, you will not get water. Please plan it yourself. And they'll also send some water tanks. This is all called backups. And finally, they'll check the quality of the water. And all this is something like optimization and monitoring, right? Now, this is exactly we will be calling in a terminology called data recovery, data monitoring, data infrastructure, data pipeline, data cleaning, data storage. Wherever water was there, now I placed with data. Now I replaced with data. Now, this is exactly what you guys are going to do. Correct? Now, finally, we'll see what is data engineer technically. End of story, end of water pipe, end of water supply engineer. Let's get into the technical part. The top three data-driven technologies in the 2025 market: data analyst, data scientist, and business analyst. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Where is data engineers? I was talking about data engineers, and this is a demo on data engineers, but on the screen, data engineer is not in the top three. Anyone?
He is in all the three.
Very smart answer. It's there in all three. Anyone else? I'm talking about data engineers, but the top three data driven technologies in this market is data analyst, data scientist, business analyst, but I don't see data engineer. Why?
They're in the back end.
There is a
Data engineer will provide data to all these three.
as
Data
recently anyone,
engineers are the backbone of
yeah,
these.
as recently anyone built a new house? Yes.
Without data engineers, there won't be any of these.
Okay. Is there anyone recently who built a new house? Anyone? Anyone constructed a new house?
Yes, Santosh.
Yeah. So if I ask you, usually in the last month I went for a housewarming function. So that's why I'm saying this as a example. So I went and I told that the house is really good. Okay. The interior is really good, right? And the rooms are really good. And the lot of air is coming in, sun, I can see the sunrise, so it's bit bright. So lot of appreciation I give on the house, right? All the appreciation I give on the house, right? And that person whom I went, he called the civil engineer, is an architect, and he told he is responsible for this house. My cousin who built a house gave 100% credit to the civil engineer. He told he is a person who designed this architecture. He is a person who designed everything, right? But they're talking only about the design. They're talking only the interiors. But you know what? At every room, at every washroom, the way they have made the water availability was beautiful, right? A wash basin just outside the kitchen, right? A separate place for a washing machine, because washing machine, there is an outlet that water has to flow out. A separate design has been made. But people did not talk about anything on the plumbing work. Always people only talk about the front face, but people will never talk about the people who really worked in the back end. That exactly happens. If you're asking me, is data engineer is a top? People will never say yes, right? Even the top three data-driven technologies you see is a data analyst, data scientist, and business analyst. But I'm wondering why data engineer is not there. And you know what? Data engineer is a root. Without root, none of these roles exist, right? You build a house, a very beautiful house, which is worth of 2 crores. We have built individual rooms for every single person with an individual attached washrooms. But if you don't get water, will you go and stay there? Will you go and stay there? Will you go and stay into a luxury bungalow without water?
No.
No.
Will you go and stay in a normal 2 BHK house with a 24/7 water?
Yes.
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 So what is important here? Water, right? So for all of these roles, what is important? It's none other than data. And that data who is going to make available for us is none other than data engineers. Okay. In my experience, I have worked on data science. I've worked as a data analyst. I've worked as a business analyst. I've worked as a data engineer. I've done a lot of work in my 10 years of experience. Nothing is as fruitful as working as a data engineer. This is my honest feedback. This is my honest feedback. 9:30 I close this session, and 9:30 I'll have to join my office meeting. Right? 9:30, the first work which I'll do is a data engineer work. And telling you very honestly, one of the role which you can really enjoy is data engineering work. Okay. And I'll tell you one more stat. 85% of the people who are working in IT are not liking the job, what they are doing. They're only working for the salary, and they're only working for EMIs. Honestly, tell me, how many of you have joined this course to get some change in your career, right? And feeling like my work is not good, and you've all joined here hoping that you'll get a good career, right? People who are really enjoying work, people who are really satisfied, do you think they'll come and join this class?
No.
All of you are here is one or the other issue, right? Either no job, or the layoff, or low salary, or non-IT, or career gap. Is there anyone outside this?
No.
Is there anyone outside this?
No.
No. Is there
No.
anyone in the batch with a 50 lakhs package in this class? No. Is there anyone who's enjoying the work and here? No. That's the difference, right? So the first thing you need to know is love the subject. Data engineering is a beautiful subject. First, start loving the subject, and automatically things will come into your place. Okay. Don't join this course Just like, oh, I want to need a job, I want to get that, I want to get this. Learn the subject first, understand what is this route, and then slowly, then thinking about all your job opportunities, high package, career change, everything.